Yo, what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L. Welcome back to the channel, man. Thank you. Yes, you. Thank you for coming back. But if you are new here, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. That'll let you know when I drop another video. Today, I'm going to be going over the Mackie Big Knob Studio. It's a little bit of a different interface than what I've been using. Has a little bit more options than a lot of the other interfaces that I've already reviewed and went over. So let's get into it. All right, so here is the overhead view of the Mackie. It is actually huge. As you can see, it's like two of my hands. Very big, very heavy, solid metal piece of equipment. Just to be honest, it's probably a little bit too much for what I need it for. I don't necessarily need all these outs on here because I'm just basically in a home studio. I need like maybe 2 outs. Going to do 2 different monitors if that's what I want to do. This is probably a little bit overkill just for me, but for you it might be the perfect thing for your studio setup. It comes with a whole lot of different options and features that you guys might actually enjoy to have on your audio interface. So let's start at the front, I guess we should do. So on the front of it you have your 2 headphones. So you have a headphone 1 and a headphone 2. And you have a stereo in for your 5 and 6. So it has a whole bunch of different inputs, like I was saying. So it has about 6 of them on this device. Like I said, it's very heavy, very sturdy, really good for a studio environment, I believe. You have a whole bunch of things on here. So here are your mic preamps. So this is where you can adjust your mic level for your left and your right. You have your 48 volt button here that you can press in. You have a stereo pan in here as well that you can use. And here is your inputs for your 1 and 2. So anything you're inputting would be on this 1 and 2 channel right here. So if you have your mics on your 1 and 2, this is where you would put your mics in on here. So you have a 3 or 4 and a 5 and 6. So you have up to 6 inputs on here, and all of them have their own knobs that you can control. You have a mic in here, so it has a built-in mic on it, so you can do talkback if you're in a studio session and you have an artist in a booth. This is a good thing to have. You can just talk by using the talkback, and then you can actually communicate with that artist inside the booth without having to completely stop the session or anything like that. Really nice feature that they have on here. They have the option for your USB, so you have your USB button right here. So you have your sources here for your cue. This is your direct monitoring, and these 2 are for your headphones. If you leave it on this to track, it'll be a whole lot louder. I mean, it's super loud. It's like basically giving a feedback to your headphones. So you don't have to worry about any kind of headphones. If you have a 250 ohm headphones, it'll work perfectly on here. You won't have to actually worry about getting any kind of preamp for your headphones. This will make it loud enough. Trust me, I haven't even turned it all the way up and my headphones are blasting, and I have the DT990 Pros. So and it's 250 ohms and it works perfectly fine on this device. So you have your stereo outs on here too, so you can turn on and off your stereo outs, and you have a whole bunch of other outs. So you have your A, B, and C outs over here as well, so you can monitor different speakers or different outs right here on this interface, which is really cool. You have an easy button to do a mono for your speakers going out, and of course the big knob in the middle. Can't be a big knob without having a big knob. All right, you have an option to mute. You have an option to dim, so you can actually dim your sounds. Really cool that is coming straight from the interface. You don't have to actually go into the DAW to do this. Some DAWs have that option in there to do a dim. I know Cakewalk does. So you can kind of dim your stuff when you're actually doing mixing and things like that. It helps out a lot when you're using that. Right, here's your talkback level, so you can have a level for your talkback, how loud you want it to be in that person's ear. You have your 2 track, so you can send stuff to the track, and you have a cue. So there's a cue and a 2 track on here as well on these little headphone options, which is really cool. And I think this is a really solid piece of equipment if you are looking for that. All right. So we're going to look at the back here. So you have your inputs over here. So you have your mic inputs, or you have the direct line inputs. You have some other sources here. So this is the 3 and 4 source. So you can actually plug those in. You have your 5 and 6 with this little button here. Or you can use these to do the balance. Here is your Q in, so your auxiliary mixer. So you can actually plug up another mixer to this, which is really cool. You have your internal or external mic. So you can have you can plug in your talkback here, or you can have a pedal. And this is for the other microphone channel you can put in. So you can put this in here for your talkback as well, or you can use the mic that's on the front of it. But you can use this one in the back if you need to for talkback as well. So you have your tracks. So this will actually go to the track. So you have a button here to actually increase the dBs, which is pretty cool. You can add up to 4 dB or negative 10 dB just by pressing this in or out. You have your studio or headphone amps right here. So that was that button on the front, or that knob on the front for the stereo outs. That will be here. You have your monitors here. So your A, B, and your C. Really, really cool. You have your power. So this one does need power in order to actually work. So you will have to have a plug to plug it in. This is probably the only thing that I didn't necessarily like, because I don't want to use another power source. I usually like to just pull it straight from the computer if you're using the USB to actually do that. And the other thing that was a little disappointing for me was, of course, the USB 2 connection. I would love to have it as a USB-C, just because it will keep up with the times, be able to handle more and faster. All right, and you can actually record your record source select. You can have it on a 2-track, so basically it'll go to the track, or you can have it on your inputs, which is really cool, man. And then of course you have your power button here to turn it on and off. All right, so let's power it on and see how it looks. All right, so when you turn it on, whatever buttons you have pressed in will actually light up, which is really cool. So if you have your inputs, I have it going through the USB on here because it's going out to the USB into my computer. If you have it on, your mute, it'll light up slightly for these. It's not as bright or green as the other ones. You have your power, and it's telling me I'm using the USB. And if I had the 48 volts on, if I press this on, now you'll see that it lights up on the 48 volts as well, which means it has the line for your microphone going in there as well. Right now, and you also have your speakers, they light up as well. And this is like your talkback, so you can actually do your talkback. You can go to the track or to the queue, whichever one you're actually on. I think that's super cool. And you have your stereo outs button that lights up as well. All right, and if you're actually playing something, you can see it come out through there's like an input section here, so you can see that light up when you're playing something. Really, really cool. I really like this audio interface. If I had a bigger studio, I'd probably stick with this one, just because of, like I said, it gives me a nice warm feel. And the only cons to me, of course, it would be the power. But if I'm in a bigger studio, I would definitely use the power. I would need the power then, for sure. And the USB-C, that would be, I would want to definitely get a USB-C for it as well. But other than that, I think this is a very, very solid product. So let's try to record something in here and see how it sounds. All right, so here we are in Cakewalk. I have my mic set up on here. So now I'm using the SM7B by Shure, because a lot of people say this mic needs a lot of input in order for it to actually go and work. So I'm gonna actually be using it for this recording. I know my other ones were done with my older mic, but I'm gonna try it with this one, see how it comes out, see if I can get a little clarity on here. And yeah, you guys be the judge of how that goes. But I do have it set up right now. The Mackie big knob is set up and ready to record. I have the input monitoring on so you can actually hear it as well. So this is what it pretty much sounds like when I get up on the microphone itself. And I'll probably be right here spitting the bars. I'm probably gonna get another stand that'll come out a little further, just so I can feel a little more comfortable spitting on the mic. Maybe, we'll see. All right, so I think we're ready to run with this one. So let's see how it comes out. sir. Let's go. Now when I split splatter, get chit chatter, I rip rappers, it don't matter. This fat bastard causes disasters. My sound waves be like water flooding the streets. Now a cat from the hood can get a chance to eat. I break down the barriers just to get in the mix. Trying to hold the industry, knock it down like a pit with a fierce bite. I stab you in the neck with a knife. I'm like a psychopath killer when I get on the mic. All right, and after you see recording with the Mackie is kind of low. I tried to turn it up all the way. The volume is all the way up for the mic in. There was no other boost on here for it, at least not that I saw. And like I said, this mic usually needs a lot of juice in order for it to actually sound loud. So I'll be testing this with a lot of other interfaces just to make sure that those interfaces will help you guys out if you do run into these kind of issues as well. But let's hear it back and see how it sounds, and we can kind of judge from there. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yo. Now when I split splatter, get chit chatter, I rip rappers, it don't matter. This fat bastard causes disasters. My sound waves be like water flooding the streets. Now a cat from the hood will get a chance to eat. I break down the barriers just to get in the mix. Trying to hold the industry, knock it down like a pit with a fierce bite. I stab you in the neck with a knife. I'm like a psychopath killer when I get on the mic. All right, so now that you've actually heard the recording, I think it's really low. I wasn't able to actually get any more juice out of this. I'm not sure if it's the preamps or the mic with the preamps didn't actually click together well to get it to get louder inside of the recording. But currently, it's not loud enough, at least not for me. But if the big knob is something that you guys are interested in, definitely check it out. I do have a link below, an affiliate link with Zounds below inside of the description. So if you do want to check it out, you can definitely do that. They do have payment plans and no credit checks from Zounds. So definitely, even if you don't get this, you can check out other things on that site and see what you want to get. But I will be continuing my audio interface journey. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by and watching this video. If you have like any questions or concerns, definitely leave them below in the comment section. And once again, it's your boy, X.E.L.O. Till next time, people. Peace.